Traveling to Hanamura.
All right, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everyone, wherever you are. Welcome to our match here in the North American servers for the Overwatch Champions League. This one features Z9 or Z9 taking on Citizens. In the blue is Z9, and in the red team is Citizens. And Citizens is going to be on the attack first here on our first map, Hanamura. And joining alongside here on the casting Discord server here is Godako. Hello, sir.
Hello, good afternoon. How are you doing?
Good, I'm doing well. I'm doing just fine.
All right. Are you excited about this match?
I am very excited about this match. Looks like we're already going to have a good team comp on both sides, actually. Both look to be pretty much standard. We're going to see if a Widowmaker here on the attack with Pro Gamer 360 is going to start pulling off to be a good one here. Double sniper tactic for Citizens, so Lockcracker and Pro Gamer are going to have that lockdown with the Hanzo and Widowmaker combo.
A rather unusual pick by the Ana, as she's not in meta, but she does work rather well. If you're up front holding the choke here, she can stand in safe distance, just healing everyone up, keeping everyone alive, while the Mercy actually gets to fly around with. But it is a rather unconventional pick, and we're pretty much off into the first team fight. Here we go.
Yep, and speaking of pick already, Alejandro Taco picking off Pro Gamer. And so we're going to have already a good start to our match here as Z9's pushing them back all the time here. Gory out in front here trying to charge back to his team, but he's going to die. Time on the Brigitte already gets the kill, and this allows Citizens to push back in. And it's going to be Golden Panda on the move here, trying to defend himself here and carry me with the carry on the Mercy here, but already a lot of people inside the point. Coalescence being used. Obelisk and Daddy both getting a kill. The Dragon Strike not effective here. So good point, Earth Shatter being used by Obelisk. And a good ult there, that's going to push them into a good team fight here. Golden Panda, the only one on point right now. He dies, and that's going to be a good push for Citizens here, as they probably will take point number one, unless anybody else contests it.
No, it looks like a clean point one take here. At first, I was slightly worried. They were standing in the choke for a long time, but they just, once they got the Reinhardt pick there, it was a pretty easy goings. They couldn't get the Reinhardt back up again. You know, down a tank, you're not going to win that team point anymore. You just drawn it out, and off you go, and off they go to the second point. They've got Brigitte shields coming in, so this might be a quick push. You never know if they can use the momentum and keep moving with this. We'll see.
And we'll see. All five players earlier, the only one that wasn't on fire right before our next point here was Pro Gamer, so already Citizens pulling off a fast one, and only did it with 2:45 left on the clock here, so they've got plenty of time to see if they can take point number two here. Already Obelisk charging on Gory taking it away though. Here comes the ultimate though from Zarya on the other side. Golden Panda getting one kill himself, so 3 kills already, taking out the Moira Brigitte. That's going to push, and Z9's going to have a good push here. That takes Citizens back out, and they're going to reset here. So good defense by Z9 to start point number two.
But they did commit 2 big ultimates for that, so the next push could be dangerous for them. They don't have any zoning ultimates, they don't have any CC. They literally have nothing to work with, and like it only gave them 20 seconds at max. Like they're already grouped, they're already pushing back in. What will C9 do now? They won the fight, but where to go now?
Won the fight, but here comes the Dragon Strike, and the Zarya ultimate coming in. Lockcracker with a kill on Golden Panda. Pro Gamer pushing off on Gory and gets the kill as well, so the tanks are down. Carry with a good res on Gory up on the point, but Carry the only one on the point right now. Dragon Strike coming on for Taco to try and clear this point. Here comes Z9 though, Taco and Gory with 2 good kills. Taco on point with these pickoffs, getting both Pro Gamer and Lockcracker pulled up the DPSs on Citizen's side. Right in the middle as well, you can see a lot of ults being used, or rally being used by Brigitte from Time, and he's going to carry me as the ultimate here. And actually Z9 going to get Citizen's gonna push Z9 back a little bit, but they're still on the point. And yes, Citizen's gonna get pushed all the way back, so they're gonna have to stagger here as they reset for their next fight.
It's C9 who's getting pushed back. Citizens defending, and they seem to be doing a good job. Citizens do have the blade up to work with. They could use the hammer down to combine with it, so that's pretty much a clean team fight if you can combine the both ultimates to work well together. On the other hand, Z9 do have something to work with. They have 8%. They have the grab incoming with the dragon, like the notorious combination in this meta, which pretty much guarantees you a team wipe.
And there comes the third out. Here comes the Dragon Blade by Pro Gamer. It's going to pick off Taco's first. Here comes the Dragon Strike as well. So both off on both sides being played off at the same time. Pro Gamer with the second pick on Golden Panda. Going to get it on the Earth Shatter by Gory from Z9, doing what he can to save the point as well. And a lot of kills being made here. No reses either from Citizens. So it's going to be Z9 pushing back Citizens for another team fight. A well-played fight over there with all the ults, but it's Z9 that's going to not have any ults coming into the next one. Golden Panda might have his up just before the next fight.
Yeah, to me it seems they're just not properly committing. They're committing 1 or 2 ultimates, but not fully. And they commit the ultimate, but they don't use enough, like they're under-committing, which doesn't happen often. Usually teams overcommit. This time they're just not getting the kills by using a single ultimate, which just leaves them to die off gradually, and they're not getting any pushes. But here we go for the next fight.
Here we go with our next push here from Citizens, looking to get any fix that they can. 3 ults for Citizens right now. Here comes the Dragon Strike right on the corner, getting Hudak and carry me. What a strike from Lockcracker, 1 and off. That's going to push Z9 back. Pro Gamer also gets Taco and Daddy getting gored. So it's up to the last 2 here. It's up to Carry Me and Golden Panda, who also die at the same time. They're going to get the point, so it's Z9 that's going to have trouble here. The Earth Shatter to somewhat delay Z9 to getting back on this point. 3 players on the point, and that will do it. 2:22 on the clock, and it's Citizens that get point number 2.
That was a very good last push. That Dragon Strike coming out pretty much sealed the deal. You got both supports out. It was 2 kills from that alone. There's no coming back. If you keep the kills coming, if you don't let the other team stagger out and stall the point for too long for the respawns to come in, that's a 1 fight. You just have to keep the kills rolling then, and you're good. And that's the map, or at least the point taken. So, looking at the comps, it again looks very much the standard comps. This time we see a McCree around on the side of Citizens. We see a Tracer with a Widow, which is rather unusual combination, but I guess it would work. I'd say a Pharah with a Tracer is a more common combination. You get the Pharah shooting rockets and the Tracer to finish them off. Once you've hit the projectile, the Tracer will then run in and try and take out that target, so secure the kill. We see a Junkrat locked on the side of Citizens, which I definitely do like. It's very good for holding that choke. It's good against a dive. We see the Winston and the Diva on the side of C9, so they could run into a bit of trouble against that Junkrat. And basically, he'll just blow anything up which comes his way. So that's quite a good pick here. And we can see Junkrat's actually sneaking around. He's going to set up a trap somewhere and hope to get some early damage, ult charge, or even a kill in.
Alright, so we will see what the pickoffs have to do here in order to take the point. 2:22 on the clock left if we go to another round here. So Z9 now on the attack as we switch places. Citizens coming on to the defend here. And here we go with our first try for Z9 coming up on the post here. Taco noticing the steel trap right away, gonna destroy that, allowing Citizens to move their way in. But right now, a good defense so far. Not much pushing happening for Z9 here. Or sorry, not much happening as a push for Z9 though. Rory and Golden Panda as the 2 tanks on both the Winston and the Diva, trying to do what they can here. Bubble shield almost down actually. Here comes the pick from Hudak. Much there, and Gory's gonna get himself killed, but Hudak with a good pick on Brigitte. That may allow a push here. It's a 1-to-1 push. Carry me with the res on Gory. Taco getting Obelisk as well. So that's both of the big tanks down right now. Hudak with a great pick on that guy. Taco on McCree of Lockcracker. That's going to allow Z9 to push up, and two great picks from Hudak right there along with Taco as a combo.
Yeah, you could see that was what they were playing around. They were trying to hold the choke and create sideline for the Widow. They did it very nicely. It didn't work immediately, but getting those two picks in, that's the team fight over. If you're lucky, you get the Mercy while she's rezzing on the Widow, and you just go from there. It takes a bit of time, but if you have a good Widow player, it's a guaranteed tactic. You just create space, you create sidelines. Oh, and again, there we go.
Alright, and already we see Tracer Taco going in for it. Here comes a Junkrat. Hudak, by the way, picks off the Junk Tire and also gets a kill before that. So great picks. Goes Panda with the kill on Pro Gamer 360, punishing him for even trying the Junk Tire. Hudak with the pick on Zarya, and Widow just going off here on Hudak, carrying me with the kill on Obelisk as well. So a lot of kills being taken here. 3 people already on the point. Not the first tick yet. And there it is, the first tick. So all 4 players, or 5 players rather, for Z9 on fire. Taco just punishing the Tracer that switched as Pro Gamer now. Here comes the Zarya ult. Transcendence coming in for HQYT as well. High Noon coming in for Lockcracker. Not going to be able to get it off. So obviously only one on point right now.
D.Va ate that High Noon, so there was no damage, no harm from that. This is the first time someone's actually pressured Widow, but she's just got free reign from up there. Now the D.Va goes on to her, but she can't do anything. Widow is pocketed. She's got free reign, shooting down, giving out headshots all the time, and there we go.
There we go, that will do it, and right at the end, Hudak with the D-Mech and the kill pick-off on Pro Gamer 360. That allows them to get point number 2, and with a lot of time remaining left to go. 5:32, so both pushes, 1 push for Z9, and that gets them both points, so they'll have plenty of time. And now it's Citizens with 2:22 on the clock.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a hard push. They need to get a good push on the first point in order to have a chance to actually complete the map, because second point on Temple of Anubis is a longer push. You might need 2 or 3 runs of that. They really need a good first push here, or really get lucky with the momentum. Beating a 5 minutes 30 push ain't easy. That ain't easy.
That is not easy at all. But we saw Citizens in the first in their round 1 try. They got it in 1 minute and 15 seconds, leaving them with 2:45 on the clock before it's shifted on over to add additional time. So they may have time here. 2:22 may not seem a lot to them, but they may very well push it if they are successful, like they were in their first try.
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely, they can push it. The first point is very manageable, but if they get stuck on it, it might lose morale for them. But hopefully we'll see a good first push here. I am, however, excited to see the Roadhog and Rista, see if they can get those hard hook combos going. Always a good way to finish a fight if you get an early pull out like that. Pick out the heal or something, and you've won the fight. They may as well have to reset them.
Alright, here comes the charge from Citizens already. Obelisk going in, and Daddy with that Zarya. Not many hills coming though. Taco getting the pickoff on Daddy already. Getting also the Mercy, and look at this, a triple kill already. Getting that guy Daddy and time. I mean, Taco's just going off. That's 5 kills already. That's going to be a team wipe.
Oh, that was almost too easy. They pretty much ran into the sightlines. He was shooting down arrows. Good aim. That's what a Hanzo can do. Just keep picking them off, and let's see if we can keep this going.
Taco and Hudak both on top now, as you can see on the top by the gate. So we'll see if anybody can get the pick off. Taco doing really well right now. 5 of the 6 kills in that team fight. So we'll see how much they can push. 1 minute 25 left to go for the Citizens to push. Here comes Obelisk and Daddy coming in to strike for the team for Citizens. But Golden Panda right away punishing Obelisk for even trying. Hudak with the pick off on time. So Citizens forced back a little bit here. Pro Gamer 360 trying to get a pickoff on top, not going to happen. So Citizens, that's going to have to reset. 1 minute left to go. Taco even punishing Pro Gamer just for leaving the gates, getting the pick, and Hudak. Talk about these snipers, man. Hudak and Taco just going off here on the second defense.
Yeah, it really is. You play a forward defense, you have 2 snipers, and if you can't pressure those snipers, they have all the time in the world to dish out those headshots. Well, you can't do anything about it with a static comp. Like, you're not pressuring two snipers. Both healers and both snipers have no pressure at all. They're free to shoot arrows, dish out headshots all day long. It's just free reign. You have to throw in a dive, you have to look at the comp, you have to bring up ideas in order to counter this.
Dragon Strike gonna come in for Lockcracker, that's not gonna do anything, but Dragon Strike on the other hand, for Taco getting one person though. Obelisk also gets the pick off on time, so both of the healers down because Mori's got it. Here comes this last second Dragon Blade, maybe some still for Pro Gamer 360. Anybody gonna touch the point? That will do it. No more time left on the clock, and all Z9 has to do is get the first hit, and they've won map number 1.
Looks like a one game, but you never know. If C9 can come up with a good strat here, you might actually excuse me. If Citizens come up with a good strat here, you might actually see a full hold, bring it to a draw, but it's unlikely. I don't see it happening. Yeah, let's see what they can do.
Let's see, 5.5 minutes is plenty of time for Z9 to get the point here. They only, like we said, they only need one tick in order to take the third point needed to win. So right now, as you go back up to the players, you can see Golden Panda on that Roadhog. And we saw Golden Panda on the Roadhog earlier, looking impressive with a lot of the good hooks. And Hudok on that Widow as well, actually switching over. So a triple tank setup right now for...
It's actually, they've just switched to a quad tank.
Quad tank, yes. Taco moving on over to the Zarya. So a very interesting comp here. See if they can just be able to push up and end this quickly.
It's ambitious, but I like the idea. Just get on in there, start brawling around, smacking your Reinhardt hammer around, Lucius speed boost. I like it. It's good fun. It's good fun to watch. Yeah, it's a bit of a change from the sniper meta. You just really want to walk in here. Snipers aren't the big risk.
Yeah,
no, go ahead.
And plus, they have 5.5 minutes. So, like I was about to say, if they have 5.5 minutes, so the first try, they can already do it. But look at this, they're already going with the first tick, trying to stall out anything. They're just inches away on that tick. They're like maybe 1 second away from getting the tick. 4-on-1. Last second effort from Pro Gamer 360 as Carry Me and Huga getting some picks here. It's 6 people on the point. Not even worth trying. Z9 gets the point, and they will get round number 1.
Play of the game.
So that would be 1-0, and here again we see Taco just popping off. What crazy shots! One after the other, and one more. There we go.
Oh, that's absolutely nuts.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's nuts.
All right. We'll be back in a couple of minutes while the teams figure out substitutes, and we'll see you around then.
Traveling to Dorado.
All right, we're back for round number 2 here. It's between Z9 and Citizen. Z9 with the first point, and now it's going to be Citizens here attacking, or it's going to be Z9 rather attacking first on Dorado here. So a full-on escort map, 3 points to go. Already, we're going to see the team comp here. Hudok with the Torbjorn and Bastion combo to start off here on our first point. So we'll see how that works out for Z9.
I'm excited to see if they actually pull this off. It's a well-known cheese strat, just stick turrets on the payload and go. But it's uncommon for Dorado. Often it doesn't work well. If you face a Junkrat, that might be it. The Junkrat gets up above you, throws down 3 grenades, and he's got his ult charge because everyone plays on a very compact area there. I generally say it's a very uncommon map, but we'll see what they can do with it. A very uncommon strat, but we'll see how they work with it.
And we'll see how is already Citizen or Z9 pushing up here, already setting down the turrets, looking for some picks here. As already Z9 already being pushed back. Actually, they're already going to move back to the second turn here on the Dorado payload. So here comes OWC to start the team fight here. A pull in by Golden Panda and Taco, already getting the Bastion 2 on Daddy and OWC. The 2 tanks are down. Hudok with a turret kill. Or Hudok with a regular kill, actually, not coming from the turret on Pro Gamer, so 3 down for Citizens.
Yeah, Citizens definitely weren't expecting this. They didn't know what to do. They just thought, okay, we'll take the fight forwards, have the tanks move in, but the DPS just couldn't follow in time. The tanks got killed too quickly to Bastion.
And Taco with the last kill on Lockcracker, that's going to get point number 1. Yep, easy first point for them. Taco gets the last kill, and that gives them point number 1. So 5.5 minutes, plenty of time to get this to point B.
Yeah, but you can see, Citizens has already switched up. They've now running the Junkrat. This might give them a good chance of actually getting something, actually getting the kill onto the Bastion. Just, you can see they're all on the payload. There's 6 people. You just lob 3 grenades in there, and you might have a team kill.
Speaking of, here comes Pro Gamer with that Junkrat already, 2 kills. Almost getting the turret down. HUYT though from Z9, getting Pro Gamer with the on a shot, but it still doesn't matter here. Citizens gonna have a good push here. As OWC going to get Golden Panda via Orisa, that's going to stagger. Mercy's going to move back, and Z9 with their first reset here from Citizens.
And you can already see they've switched up to the Widow, which is way more conventional pick around here. You get up on the high ground and you shoot down. Good, I like it. They switched immediately. They didn't try and stick with the Bastion. They didn't try to get around because he can't man.
Dragon Strike coming here for a Lockcracker, see if he can get anything not good there. Pro Gamer, that Junkrat coming in handy though, already a kill on Salamangaro. Hudok with a pick on that guy though, so a healer down for the Citizens. Valkyrie coming out for carrying of Z9 here. Taco back on that Hanzo that we know, and what a shot on Pro Gamer from Hudok. That's going to allow Z9 to push up just a little bit here. They're coming around the turn. Salamangaro has it. Here comes the Dragon Strike here. There's 1 kill from Taco lined up. Hudok with another pick. And these 2 snipers, what more can you say about them? They are pushing this team hard, and Hudok getting another pick on Pro Gamer 360. So what a sniper team between Hudok and Taco here.
It seems like Citizens just doesn't know what to do about snipers. They're playing out in the open. Their only hope is the Reinhardt shield to hide behind. The moment it goes down, they lose a member. It just keeps happening. They have no pressure against the Widow. They just don't seem to know what to do right now.
They don't, as Z9, as you saw earlier, they had just a little bit of time, so all of them pushed up, not even touching, knowing that far. But here we go, there's the next point. That's going to give Z9 a lot more time now. 4:45 on the clock to see if Z9 can push us all the way down to point number 3. Hudok with another pick on Pro Gamer. Here's the Zara all coming in. Daddy with 3 kills there, and Lockcracker in time contributing. But what an ult there, and that's going to bring Citizens back onto the defense, and a well-played strike by Daddy there on the Zarya.
Yeah, Citizens definitely seemed way stronger in that fight today. They had Brigitte going out, taking out the Widow. They were playing around corners. Just that's how you fight these team fights. You don't stand in though, and again, and she does it again.
And Hudok, speaking of again and again, like you said, Hudok again with another pick on Bangkok. Just that guy not having any luck here. Here comes the Dragon Strike from Lockcracker, getting down Golden Panda. Hudok with another pick on OWC, and they cannot figure out how to stop Hudok as he gets another pick on both Genji and Hanzo. So this is ridiculous from the sniping team of Taco and Hudok right now. Still pushing the point even in the condensed space like the 3rd point here.
It's uncommon. Usually you run the Junkrat, you run the Moira, you play AoE, and you don't play corners here. You just stand in a bunch and try to brawl it out, especially this last corner. A huge hammer down brings down the tank.
Huge down,
Let's
but
see if they
still
can keep this going.
Still Hudok on the road. Solomon Garo helping them out. 5 people on this payload. I don't think they're going to get to it, and Z9 was a good push to start round number 1.
Yeah, what a push. I mean, the payload hardly stopped. And excellent swaps. They went from the Bastion, a rather unexpected pick on this map. The moment they fell off the cart, they didn't try and go in again with the Bastion. They immediately switched off. They managed to get first point going, and they just played excellently. That was an excellent push.
So we'll see if that excellent push gets reflected on over to Citizens, as they are now on the attack here. Pro Gamer already electing to go for that Genji, but still early on, they can still switch here. But a great push, and already you can see the defense being set up by Z9. They've got Hudok on that Torbjorn that was working earlier in their attack mode, but we'll see how it reflects here on defense.
They're still switching around a few heroes there, here and there. Z9 still hasn't got the full compound. Again, they're running the Ana, which seems uncommon, but they seem to work well with it. They just have him far in the back. But looking at this team comp, it's more of a dive comp, which Citizens is running right now, which could put a bit of... Oh, actually they've switched off the Ana. Never mind, it's the Zenyatta. So I like the idea of the dive comp. It is very strong. You've got a lot of verticality in this map. You get into the high grounds. There's good space to fight the dive comp here. Z9 seems to be playing with a very static comp. A Torbjorn again. Obviously the sniper Hanzo. With the Rhine Zarya. It's pretty much the meta comp, just the Torbjorn to get some free damage out on that. I think the dive should work well here.
5, 4.
Alright, well you see Z9 on the defense here a little bit. Taco already going for picks here, as well as with HQ, YT, but not going to be enough here as the heals are coming up from the Lucio on time. And the first corner is turned in. Here comes the defense by Z9 here. Turret out in the open right now, not being protected, so it looks like they're already going to get it. Pro Gamer with a pick on Hudok's turret.
Yeah, and you can see Z9 very nicely falling back into the market square where they take on the next fight. No reason to fight early on, just bring it on here. This is a good place, you have them in the choke. Oh, that's a nice snipe by Torbjorn right there. Sniping out the enemy Widow.
Yep, Hudok with a good pick off there. Lockcracker though, getting rid of the Hudok's third. OWC doing the same with Golden Panda though. And a good push here by Citizens. They're looking to get point number 1 just as easy as Z9 did. Z9's going to get pushed back all the way. Nobody on the point right now, actually. Daddy getting both turrets by Hudok gone. And that will do it. Point number 1 taken by Z9, taken by Citizens rather.
C9, they need to group here, they need to focus for a moment and not get picked off. No, oh, and another
Speaking
one
of picked off. Speaking of picked
Yeah, but-
off, Pro Gamer with a huge one on HQYT, carrying me with a res here. So right in the alleyway, still the payload moving just slowly though, trying to get around the first corner, but already pushing up. Here comes the Dragon Strike from Z9. A good Zarya. No follow-up though. They're gonna get the Earth Shatter. Here comes Obelisk down for the count by Huda. Taco picks up Daddy, so that's gonna push Z9 back, or that's gonna push Citizens back just a little bit. They're gonna have to reset.
I'm surprised. C9 sticking with the Torbjorn, and it seems to be working for them. I thought that fight had gone south, but somehow they come back from it. Citizens have nothing to work with. Well, no, actually, they have 4 ults to work with, but they don't have a grab to work with, which is big with the Hanzo, but I guess you can work without it too. You've got the Shatter incoming, and here comes the Hanzo ultimate.
Yep, here comes the Dragon Strike. Here comes the Dragon Strike from Lockcracker, carry me, so that takes down any reses here. So Citizens can push here with a great Earth Shatter. 2 people down. There goes Taco. That gets rid of one of the snipers here. Pro Gamer getting Golden Panda. Daddy with the kill on Huba. So Solomon Gar are gonna have to push back here unless Citizens can take him out of this, and they're gonna stagger him as Solomon Gar dies by Lockcracker's hand, and that's gonna allow Citizens to push up just a little more.
Yeah, but C9 is coming in the grouping up. They'll have one more contest. Oh, no, they got picked off. Maybe they're not going to contest.
Maybe they will. Lockcracker does get the kill. Here comes the Dragon Strike right on the payload, right there for Citizen. Or sorry, for Z9 rather. That guy gets the pick on top of this. So it's one more team fight here. And if Z9 can win this, they've got to push back. If not, Citizens is going to get point number 2. Solomon Gar is trying to charge, missing everything there. Huda with a pick on Alice. That guy saying, or that guy getting revenge for Huda. Lockcracker getting the pick off on Golden Panda as well. So a fair fight here, pushing it up just a little. But the game says Citizens get point number 2.
Yeah, it's again, the Widows out in the open. They were forced to play in the open there. Nothing you can do about it, you get picked off. But I like the effort coming in. Definitely good effort. Get another 15 seconds off that clock. If it comes to a next round, definitely you want to have that time taken away from the enemy team. Like, definitely.
Alright, here comes another team fight here. Hudok still on the Widowmaker. Here comes the Zarya from Golden Panda. We'll see if anybody from Z9 can do something with it. Won't be able to. Pro Gamer picks off Carry Me. Reses are down. Pro Gamer with another pickoff. Here comes the Zarya ult on the other side from Daddy. That guy with a coalescence kill. So only 3 players left. Lockcracker and Daddy. What a combo here. They're picking off everything. So a team wipe here. Only 3 players charging. That's going to allow another corner turn for this payload from Citizens.
But Citizens really have to find a way to finish this off now. They've got at least one more team fight here, and they have nothing to work with. No, they have a Shatter. Here comes the Shatter, but it hits
Here comes
nothing.
the Earth Shatter down on the ground. Not much happening though. Here comes the Dragon Strike though from Taco. What a play. There goes time. They're going to split up the payload here. Obelisk on his own, and that's going to be able to pick them off from Solomon Gar. Hudok also picks off Lockcracker. The res successful for HQYT, so a good push by Z9. They're going to push Citizens back for a reset, and that's going to push the payload back just a little further.
And that hurts quite a bit. The payload's far out, and you have a lot of corners to come in here. Generally, teams will come through the high ground now, try and capture the high ground and apply pressure from here. But it's not easy. It's not easy. You've got Widow sidelines you have to watch out for, and you've just got quite a way to walk until you actually get to the cart. So that's the objective. This team wants to fight on the cart, really. With the Reinhardt Shield, the Zarya, they want to be up close.
Alright,
While Z9 wants to... Go on.
Sorry, Z9 pushing up here. Z9 pushing up on the defense here, but here comes Citizens. Obelisk with the shield, looking for something on the pick. Both sides have a Widowmaker here, so they're looking for a pick. Also with the Hanzo, Lockcracker has his ult ready to go if anything's needed. A coalescence ult already used by HQYT to try and push up Obelisk from the payload, and drops the beat. Here comes time. Talking to be honest teammates here. And a coalescence all being used by HQYT from Citizens.
Two dragons coming out.
Lockcracker getting the better end of it though, with 2 dragon strikes here. Citizens not gonna, or Z9 not gonna be able to take point number 3. They don't defend it, and round number 2 is complete. Both sides with 3 points, and not much time left for Citizens. Not as much time as Z9 does.
To 3.
It was an excellent push by Citizens to begin with, but getting held up on the third point did cost them quite a bit of time. That cost them at least 1.5 minutes, which could be valuable time. I mean, it's all open. Everything depends on this next push. See if anyone can get a full push, as in the first round with a Bastion, if we see any of those cheese strats coming out. As of now, I can't see anything like that. But I'll stay tuned for it. We see a Symmetra. We see a Symmetra on the side of Z9. No, Carry Me switches over to Mercy. We're not running the Symmetra here.
Maybe they did the Symmetra, the tradition. Throwing your turrets around, just sitting there for a little while. I don't know. Something of that nature. I think I've seen it in Overwatch League before, but I could be wrong. Anyway, 17 seconds left to go. 1 minute and 11-second difference for Z9 and Citizens here. Citizens with less time. They're going to try one more push here with 1:55 on the clock as we prepare for our next game. Once again, Citizens up top looking for a defense. Carry going to come on over. We'll see if HQYT can get off any picks with a Zenyatta first stop.
I believe he didn't hit anything, but you may as well give it a try, though.
That's a good try from HQYT.
It's the classic high ground setup. They'll hold here, see if they can get anything, and they're already backing off to market.
Already, Hudok, you can see a sniper battle here. Hudok and Pro Gamer going at each other up on the building, see if they can get anything. Pro Gamer gonna fall down though. So Hudok does get the high ground advantage. Pro Gamer trying to pick him off. In the meantime, back on the payload now. Obelisk, Daddy, Fat Guy, Lockcracker, and Time. Almost all of the team here pushing up the payload. HQYT getting the pick off on Obelisk. Hudok winning the sniper battle up top, getting Pro Gamer 360, and that's gonna push back Citizens just a little bit.
Get into position.
See that which is
Yeah, that was quite a bit of excitement right there. However, Z9 holds strong. It's 1 minute left on the clock. Let's see if they can do something with this push. They really want this push to succeed, get the first point, and work with additional time.
Here comes the fight now up inside. As just inside we enter Market Square. Daddy coming with the pick. Here comes the Zarya ult. And here comes the Dragon Strike from Taco, getting one though, but not from the Dragon Strike. Gets him on the regular pick. Pro Gamer with a good headshot on Hudok. Valkyrie coming out now from Carry Me on Z9's side. Carry Me with a headshot. Wow, what a kill on Pro Gamer there. That's huge. And that's going to push Citizens back just a little further, but they may not have much time. There's one more team fight left with 20 seconds left on the clock.
It's really, can you get one more push, can you get a kill, and everything's open. If they win this fight, here goes the Dragon. They have things to work with, but they've already got 2 people picked off.
And Lockcracker getting the 3rd kill there with another pick by Pro Gamer on HQYT. 3 kills for Lockcracker, including 2 on the ult. Daddy with the last one on Solomon Garo. And that is going to allow them to push. So a good overtime push here for Citizens. They're going to have additional time, but not much since overtime is still there. So they're just going to have to sit on this payload, and it's up to Z9 to see how much they can push them back or how much further they can take them into overtime.
This is perfect. Getting the first push into overtime is excellent. Now you just want to get it as far as you can. If you win one more fight, you've got good chances. You've got very good chances. You're going to build up some ults now and see what you can do.
Here we go into the first turn. Pro Gamer with a good pick off on Hudok. That's going to take out the sniper, so only 5 people left on this point here. Contesting at the Earth Shatter. One Earth Shatter from Solomon Garo. Getting 3 people. Is going to do the charge. Not much there, so he's out in the open for now. A Zarya ult coming in for Daddy. Is anything going to come out of this for Citizens? No, it is not, so still contesting the point. Valkyrie coming out now for Carry Me, but Obelisk, that guy, Pro Gamer, simultaneously all getting kills on there. 3 people moving along. Time and Pro Gamer 360 one more time. They're going to get kills, and they're going to push up this point even further. Hudok does get the point, but not enough to take off the picks here. They're going to have this payload pushed even further, and we're still in overtime. That overtime timer did not move whatsoever during that fight.
Yeah, this is excellent by Citizens. They're really doing good. They're keeping the momentum going as much as they can. They have a Earth Shatter down, up, coming in now, but got shielded out. This does
coming in. Taco with a Dragon Strike. Two from Solomon Gar on the triple. That's going to clear out the payload, and easy set. Round 3 is complete, but a good push by Citizens nonetheless, getting almost around the corner to the second point, but they do get an additional one at 83.63 meters on the distance there, so it's up to Z9 to see how far they can push this thing around the corner.
An excellent push there. I would have not expected them to make it almost all the way to point 2. A shame they didn't make it all the way, but it's still an excellent push. We'll see how Z9 reacts to this. If they can come up with an even better push, or if they get held up. Comp's looking pretty much the same as it was previously. We've got an Orisa Hog, which is unusual for this map. On the chokes, you usually run the Reinhardt Zarya, simply because the Zarya becomes such a strong hero once she's charged up. And Junkrat is a very viable pick. And I like the pick, the Junkrat pick coming out from Citizens. It's so powerful to hold this choke. And pretty much you can end games at that choke. And you can see Citizens are actually setting up in the market square. They're not even going for the high ground. They're just gonna give them the first meets and try and fight this choke, which is excellent because the comp is made for this.
Alright, so here we go with our first, here we go with the try here in round number 2. So 1 point plus a lot of that payload pushed up for Citizens. So Z9 now on the attack here and doing the same thing. Actually, Citizens going to push all the way back to market square, trying to just endure a team fight when it comes around the corner as that payload is moving fast. Time moving up now, trying to see if he can get any hooks on. Not happening. Obelisk shield is down. It's going to be quick though. There's a lot of damage being done for that shield. Still not much happening here in terms of kills. Golden Panda getting a pickup on Obelisk. That's going to allow them to push up a little bit with no more tank, or with only one tank in time if that Roadhog left to go. Honor with a good grenade, not allowing the Roadhog to heal for now. There's the regular grenade though from their own Honor from HUYT. Still time, or a lot of movement happening on both sides here. Taco with a good pickoff on time. And so a lot more pushes happening. Still 2 people on this point. Dragon Strike coming in to delay them just a little bit. Does get that guy though, so a good Dragon Strike from Taco. Also gets the pick off on Obelisk. They're going to be able to push this point just a little further.
Yeah, with 2 minutes in the time bank, you're comfortable now. You're comfortable to set up. You take the team fights forwards, and it's really up to Citizens now to bring the team fight to the card. Like C9 has no trouble just hanging around the card. They have no pressure at all. They can even go and charge up a few more ults if they want. Have a dry team fight and then finish the game in the next one. Let's see if Citizens can bring in the fight.
Citizens are bringing the fight right now, but a great Earth Shatter. 3 people down. Solomon Carl with a huge Earth Shatter there. Taco getting the pick off on 3 other people as well. Gets also time, so that's going to allow them to push. The question is it going to be in time? Dragon Strike coming out on the payload. That's going to move them away. The corner's still there, though. Lockcracker the only one on the point. That's going to be it. And I believe Z9 is going to win round number 2.
Yeah, what a round it was. What a round it was. Both excellent pushes in both rounds. Very impressed by Citizens push. Excellent stuff.
And I mean, look at this. Taco with not 1 play of the game, but make it 2 here. The Dragon Strike coming in earlier and a lot of Storm Arrows too. Solomon Garo helping out that fight with the Earth Shatter as well. So a great fight from Taco and Solomon Garo in that combo for play of the game.
Alright, so we'll head off to the next break and while the team substitute and the next map is chosen, and we will see you in a minute.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower.
Okay. We'll wait until 0. Alright, Z9's got round 1, and Z9's got round 2 on Dorado. Now we're on for round number 3. We'll see if Z9 can put up the sweep, or we'll see if Citizens can avoid the sweep here, and maybe even reverse sweep if they can take it to game 5.
Let's see if it happens. This,
Alright.
I'm still impressed by this control map round. By the escort map round previously. What a match it was. Let's see if they can keep the standards up. We see a Doomfist coming in on the side of Citizens. A pick I very much like to see in this meta. He's so strong, getting right in your face, smashing around your support, and much fun to watch. So both teams
already a pick off from Hudok, staying on that sniper. We've seen Hudok pick off so many people on that Widowmaker. It's so impressive right now. Time on the Brigida now. Getting Tacos of Traces out of the picture for the moment. Solomon Gar changing from the Reinhardt to Diva now, and he's going to get a pick off on Pro Gamer. Hudok just so impressive with another pick off on Daddy, and that may or may not have the point here for Z9. And Lockcracker and Obelisk trying to do what they can here on the 3-on-2 situation. Z9 trying to push back anything coming here on a 2v2 situation. So the blue now coming up for Citizens, though. They're going to be able to push this back. Diva coming into play, knocking back. And already Golden Panda back on the point, so nobody letting the other have the point here. And so Citizens actually having it. Pulse Bomb coming out from Taco. What a play there. He's going to back off though, and Citizens going to get the first strike on the point.
Yeah, they excellent brawling there. Citizens switched up, reacted quickly, realized the brawling on fight. New players coming in. They brought in the Reaper, really bringing the fight close onto the point. Now you have the point, you can dictate where you fight, because you just hide in the point.
Speaking of dictating what a fight, they're going to stay on the point here as everybody now fighting right in the center. An Earth Shatter, great one by Obelisk here, getting Solomon Gar and HQYT all at the same time. Here comes the Self-Destruct. Here, we'll see if anybody can get there. No, but Pro Gamer does get the Meteor Strike on top of that guy, also getting a pick on HQYT, so it's looking good for Citizens right now. Still looking for the Diva. Solomon Gar not having an ult anymore is going to get the pick off. So good defense here, that's going to push Z9 back off. And so great defense on the center point here by Citizens.
Yeah, Citizens are looking so much better in this close combat scenario. They've got control of the point. They just can't get picked off, and they're fine. Just stay behind the corners, let them come to you, and you win the fight like that. Now, quite interesting, we see Widow going around on the flank, trying to get some shots off from behind, see if they can pick some up. The Brigade's already on the way to. Well, in the meantime, the team fight goes on.
Yeah, and Pro Gamer 360 punishing Hudok for even trying that. Solomon Gar gets the kill on Obelisk also, with Reinhardt getting the Reinhardt pick with the 4v2, but Citizens still on that point, holding it well. HQYT picking off Pro Gamer. Here we go with Z9. Solomon Gar with a fire strike on Lockcracker. So we'll see if anybody else can get kills here. Coalescence coming out for that guy. Zarya, we have a bit of a Zarya battle going on here, but it's Golden Path time coming out of the map. So 4-on-1 situation here, the only one on the field right now. Pro Gamer 360 on that Doomfist, but it's not going to be enough. Oh, Z still having a chance here. Transcendence coming out for HQYT for the overtime takeover by Z9, and it's 99-2 right now. So Z9 does get the center point back from Citizens.
Yeah, what an excellent fight, but Citizens have so much to work with. They have 4 ultimates up. Moira's charged very quickly. She's getting charged right. So they're almost guaranteed a win unless something goes wrong here. They've got so many arts. If they use them cleverly, they should have this fight.
And speaking of cleverly used ult, there's the Zarya ult. Dragon Strike from Taco also being put into play. The Earth Shatter from OWC getting them a time with the charge. And here comes Death Blossom from Lockcracker getting Taco down, as well as the kill on HQYT. They're going to have the point taken over, and Citizens getting point number 1 on Lijiang Tower.
Yeah, they played this very well. They realized their strength. They realized how these fights were going. Keep the fights close, keep them small, bring in the Reaper. Excellent tactics, works well. Whereas we saw Z9 dominating on the long range on the Widow fight. It's clearly Citizens winning on the close combat. Brawling it out, they just seem better suited. They seem to play this comp very well.
Alright, so let's move on. We're to round number 2 here now. We are in the night market, so get ready for some brawls. Here is another close map.
4, 3, 2,
and already we see Huduk staying on that Widowmaker. He's been good all not in
objective.
out Z9 with their last push. Citizens getting that point number 1. Solomon Garo, we've seen all game long being impressive on that. Reinhardt gonna stick with it. Already starting off the fight with a fire strike. And here comes the team fight inside the point already with 15 seconds left to go before it unlocks. Solomon Garo
Both teams are already grouped.
Yeah,
let's see if they can keep the brawl going. They don't have much to fear from the Widow sidelines here. If they can keep the Reaper pocketed and fight around the corner of the point, Citizens are doing an excellent job of just that.
And we saw a good fight between Citizens and Z9 earlier on at the Garden, but Night Market is all Citizens right now as they take point in a hurry. Here comes the team fight though. Here comes the team coming in. Golden Pando already with a kill. Huduk with a pickup on Daddy. That gets rid of the tank push of reveal. Huduk with a pickup also on Lockcracker. Another sniper coming in for Huduk, so the point of damage coming to Z9 right now. OWC again, that guy trying to hold it for the Citizens right now as Karami with the good kills right now. The Earth Shatter with OWC. Not working so much for Solomon Garo as OWC does block it and does punish HQYT as well. Pro Gamer 360 with a strike, but here comes the Zarya ult. Anybody going to be taking advantage of this? Not for now. Pro Gamer 360 punishing Zarya and Taco for even trying with the ult. So it's Citizens with another good defense on point number 2.
Yeah, I don't know why C9 committed that gravity surge. They had absolutely no one to follow up. They had no reason to use anything. Basically just wasted a very powerful ultimate which could win you this team fight.
So 61% right now, team fight coming into the side, right at the front entrance. Here we go with another one, Solomon Garo and OWC having a Reinhardt out. Here comes the Death Blossom, bring down the hammer. Lockcracker bringing the quadruple kill down. Golden Pando, Huduk, HQYT all go down from the Death Blossom from Lockcracker, most likely play it again.
No team switching up. Both teams are happy with running these close combat comps. C9 do try and run the Hanzo with it, so have someone picking off in the distance. They don't seem to be... Oh, here we go.
Here comes the ult from Zarya, from Daddy, being able to pick it off. Lockcracker with a good Solomon Garo pick. That guy on Taco and OWC on Karami. The Earth, here we go with the Earth Shatter now. Lockcracker getting the final kill, and guess what? The Broom's not taken out yet. Citizens win game number 3.
Can they bring in the return sweep? Clearly, playing close maps is much better for them. Close combat, the Junkrat, the Reaper, these things are working out great for them. The Brigitte, the Zarya, the Reinhardt, all these picks are working excellently. Can they keep these strats going on the upcoming maps?
We'll see if that comes in with the upcoming maps as well. So I don't know how the map system works, but we're gonna take a break. We'll move on to game number 4. Z9 trying to take on the sweep, but it's Citizens that take game number 3. Put the broom in the closet, and we'll be back with game number 4.
Now entering King's Row.
All right, game number 1 and 2 went to Z9, but Citizens avoiding the sweep. So we're on game number 4 now, and we welcome you to King's Row, the hybrid map of our choice here for game number 4, and it's going to be Z9 on the attack first to see if they can get the control point first.
Right off the bat, we see a Symmetra in the spawn. Obviously, the usual shenanigans. They've got 6 turrets set up right at the spawn, but they're not going to use this. Going to switch it off. Much more interesting because it's more reliable. The team comp of Citizens, the Rhine Zarya with a Brigade, basic 3-man frontline, or you can have the Brigade defending too. The Hanzo, so powerful in this meta, and the Soldier for the hit scan. Might be fearing a Pharaoh someone come in. They've got that double hit scan basically. Oh, double sniper comp lineup, which is countered by a double sniper lineup from Z9 too. They've got the Hanzo and the Widow going.
Alright, let's see who's up on the sniper as well. Taco back on that Hanzo, so a double sniper carrying objective here for Z9 on the attack here. They're getting a few good picks here. Hudok gets one on Daddy already. Headshot. That's a great way to start off for Z9 here on the team fight. And already 3 people on the point. Hudok with another pick on OWC. There goes their main tank. And 3 kills in a row for Hudok. Jeez, what more can you say? Another headshot on that guy though. And that's going to push Citizens all the way back. And Z9 should have this fairly easily. That's already a good push. And they're going to have just over 3 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, this is a flashback right to map number 1 and number 2. Widow just popping off. Open sight lines. King's Row is excellent for that, for the Widow. Just getting in all the kills with the Hanzo. It's easy going. If you don't have pressure on the Widow, very difficult. I wonder how they keep this up going through the streets phase. It can be more tricky to get sight lines around here. But they're sticking with the comp, so we'll see what they do.
And it's interesting, for a little while, actually, Halo, as both Hudok and Taco, along with Karami, pushing it up just a little bit on the street, so Citizens actually having to retreat a little bit on the street as they make the turn here. Here comes another team fight. OWC out in front. And here comes the Dragon Strike from Taco. We'll see if he can land anybody. And that's a kill for Taco at the start of the team fight. Coalescence coming out for that guy, looking for any picks around here. Valkyrie coming out for Karami up on top, so not many kills. The Earth Shatter coming out for Solomon Garo. Not much happening there. Here comes the rally from Brigitte. Hudok with a pick and Taco with another pick on Daddy as well. So the Winston and Brigitte gone. And now both tanks are gone, courtesy of Taco. And as we just saw there, Hudok 2 picks in a row, 2 shots, 2 kills with Lockcracker and that guy. And Z9 already just pushing this point up. It has not stopped moving, and it looks like they're going to get point number 2.
Yeah, this double sniper comp is really working out for Z9. They must have practiced this plentifully. They have the tanks up in front, 2 snipers doing the work from the back. The Citizens don't know what to do against it. They've added the Winston in the mix, which I like. He can pressure them a bit. With the Hanzo and the Mercy peeling for the Widow, it's difficult. It's still not an easy comp to fight against.
Alright, back up on top now. You see Hudok and Taco. So they're going to get the angle up top as well. What a jumping shot from Taco as he falls down. They both actually each other. So both Hanzo's down for now, but Lockcracker are going to be able to get back more in time than Taco over here as well. Karami with a rifle on Taco though, so they'll get back there at the same time. The Earth Shatter coming out for OWC, but he's going to die for it as Taco gets the pick. They're still moving this payload. Not much Citizens can do. They're going to stagger here, see if anybody can contest the point. 256 left, 2.56 meters left to go. HQYT with a few picks, Taco with a Dragon Strike, and that will do it. Round number 3, round number 1 complete. All 3 points, easy said, easy done for Z9.
Yeah, that was almost record time, that push. They just never went off the cart. Citizens don't seem to know what they can do against this Widow. It's not easy in this meta. It's such a strong combination, the Hanzo with the Widow. Basically, you can't touch them. You need to commit to a full dive. It's the only thing, or really play behind sight lines, behind the shield, and then go in. If you have to commit, you have to either go in or stay out. You can't run around the map. The Widow will find you and pick you off. Same for the Hanzo. You really have to take the fight, or you have to not take the fight and retreat. There's no things in between. You can't be running around. You can't be on your own. You have pre-target practice for the Widow. Anyway, we see a slightly different comp at the moment coming in from Citizens. They've got the Lucio with a quad tank and a Moira, so they're running the quad tank combo. They want to roll onto this point, which could work well against the Widow, because tanks don't get one shot that easy. They have the Rhino shield to hide behind. This could work well for them.
And earlier they did only take Z9 1 push, so Citizens, they play really well, taking it 2-0 here. So this may very well be the same situation on the control point here, but a little harder to take after Z9 just pushes that wall on the first point.
It'll be hard to beat this time. 4:46 left in the time bank. That's very hard to beat. Literally, they just steamrolled the first round. Let's see if Citizens can get the push, maybe even get it in a good time. I wish it to them. They played so well last map. Let's see what they can do with this quad tank.
They are through the gates, and we are underway here in our team fight round with Citizens on the try. Here comes the clearing from OWC now. Time also getting kill after getting the Orb of Discord from HQYT. Taco getting a pick off on time though, so one of their tanks is down. Roadhog's out of play. Solomon Garo putting their healer now. That guy out of play with a charge. Solomon Garo just going off now with that hammer. OWC dying from the Reinhardt v Reinhardt battle. Willen Handler with the pick and already getting that Dragon Strike is Taco. That's going to push Citizens back all the way, and their first push unsuccessful as Citizens going to have to reset.
Citizens are staying with the comp, they're staying committed to the squad tank. I think it will work for them. They send the D.Va out on the Widow, which I like that. You can't give the Widow free reign.
And both Reinhardt using the Earth Shadow at the time, but OWC coming out more with their push. Pro Gamer 360 already helping out with the Earth Shadow. That's going to push Z9 all the way back on a reset, almost a team kill, and that's going to allow Citizens to get the point. So not the first push, but the second push is successful, and they're going to have some time on the clock to make it to point number 2.
Yeah, that was excellent. That's how it worked. Get it a bit of a brawl. It was a bit chaotic, but the Reinhardt from C9, Daddy just got the better end of the Earth Stratters, and they moved from there. That's really how they want to fight this comp. Get right in there, apply some pressure. That's excellent. That's how you work this.
And already we see them coming up the streets here for the next team fight. A little earlier start to this team fight than we saw in the previous round with Z9 on the attack. Citizens coming out now with a good charge. Coming out with the Valkyrie. Here comes the Graviton Surge. The Dragon Strike coming in at the same time. Count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Taco with a quadruple kill on the Dragon Strike. And Citizens are just going to push them. And Z9 is just going to push Citizens all the way back. So let them get off this payload.
Yeah, it looks like a bad fight. It looks like a lost fight, but they've committed a lot to it. Citizens just have to regroup, get a pick, walk back in. It's not much lost for them. A bit of time, 30 seconds off the time bank, but it's not too bad. It's 2 big outs out of the way. Citizens didn't have to use C9. Citizens didn't have to use a lot to counter that. Oh, I don't know. Dragon comes out.
From Taco getting one, doesn't even need the Graviton to get a kill. Also got the pick off on OWC. Z9 though still getting pushed back just a little bit as this cart keeps moving along. But good ults by both Taco and time here for just a second though. Taco and rather Solomon Garo getting a few kills off, but it's not enough to push Citizens off this payload. They're going to keep it moving. They're going to make the final turn coming into the streets here, as they're going to just keep staggering. HUYT, DMX Pro Gamer 360, but hasn't picked off the D.Va just quite yet. Daddy getting the kill on Solomon Garo. That's going to allow Citizens to push up a little bit more, still stagger a little bit here. HQYT getting killed by time on that Roadhog. So Citizens look like they're going to have point number 2 here with so much time left on the clock, but 4:46. Still not a lot of time here. 4:32 now, not as much time as Z9 had for their push.
Z9, Citizens really have to watch out for the Reaper. He's waiting for the flank, he's waiting for the right moment. He's got the Death Blossom up, so he just wants to drop up from above and kill him. Let's see if he can do it. Oh, D.Va spotted him. He was forced to drop down.
Here comes the Death Blossom. 2-3, and picks off. And Taco also picks off Obelisk, so a great one. HUYT trying to see if they can get heals early, but it's not going to matter. Citizens pushed back, and that's a great Death Blossom ult from from Huduck rather. That's going to push back Citizens, and Z9 back on the good defense.
Yeah, that was an excellent defense, just what they needed. They didn't overcommit. They've still got 2 ultimates up on the side of Z9. They're managing the ultimates well. That's an excellent defense. You just force a reset and you wait for the next fight.
Earth Shadow being used this time. Solomon Garo getting the better end of it with the 2 Earth Shadows going at the team. Gets Daddy. Taco with another push on Obelisk. Time does get the hook, but it's not going to matter. A 5v6 situation, or 4v5 situation rather. Huduck gets time with the Reaper. That guy too doesn't even need Death Blossom to get the kills like this. And Citizens once again being pushed back by Z9, having to reset just a little bit here, waiting for their other players to respawn. So another good defense by Z9 up here on this point. Just cannot get it around the corner.
Yeah, they have another go at it. What I really want to see, I want to see commitment to a fight from the side of Citizens. This fight could go sideways. On the side of Z9, they have the big combo of the Dragon with the Zarya ult up. D.Va Bomb gets nothing right there. Easy to shield up. I really want to see a committed fight and see if they can actually get this going.
And we'll see here the coalescence on. Here comes the Dragon Strike right on the payload. Death Blossom at the same time, and it's Z9 there, pushing them all the way back, and the only one alive. The life is only one to see life is Lockcracker, as Citizens gonna have to reset. 2 very nice ults from Huduck and Taco, both on fire right now because of their ults, pushing back Citizens all the way.
And yet again, C9 doing an excellent job of simply not overcommitting ultimates. They've used 2 ultimates, they've almost got the Dragon up again, they've still got the Grav up, they're holding an excellent defense here.
Both healers also having their ults too, with the Valkyrie coming in for carrying the YT. So a team fight there. It's the Graviton, sir. Taco coming in with his ult with the Dragon Strike. How many can he get this time? There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Solomon Garo taking Pro Gamer 360 out of it. And another charge by Solomon Garo on time. That pushes Citizens once again back. That corner just cannot be crossed from Z9. Z9 just stopping them with a gate right in their face.
No. Taco simply annihilating them. One fight after the other, he gets picks, the next fight he gets the wipe, then he gets a pick again, he gets a picks the next fight. So they just manage the ultimate resources so well. This is crazy. Reinhardt's got the hammer down up again. The only thing Citizens have to work with is a hammer down of their own. And the whole hog has come up now, so let's see if they can do something with that.
The whole hog does come up. For the awful see if time uses it. Here comes the Earth Shadow. Solomon Garo getting 2 kills on or getting 2 opportunities for kills on Obelisk and Daddy, but not enough there. Huduck gets the pick on time in the back. Here comes the Dragon Strike. Taco getting on that guy. Huduck with another Reaper kill on Obelisk with the shotgun. Z9 once again with a huge push back on Citizens. So Citizens gonna have to try and figure out something quick, as they maybe have 1, maybe 2 more team fights left in them here on this point, as they only have 35 seconds left to go on this clock.
Yeah, it's one last big push, one big effort. See if you can make it all the way, otherwise that's it. You really have to commit everything. They have a bit of stuff to work with. They can walk in with a Moira. Yeah, here they go. They're walking in with a Moira ultimate. Excellent. They need a good Graviton Surge.
Here it is, the Graviton Surge coming in. Any follow-up though from does get smashed, but is not enough to kill him. Here comes Subak with the Death Blossom, break down the half. 2 kills on that Death Blossom along with another kill. Taco trying to clear up this point with the Dragon Strike, not successful there, but does get a few kills. Time is the only one left, but time is not what they have, and that is it. Z9 wins game number 3 or round number 4, and that's their 3rd game, meaning they win the series.
What an excellent series! How exciting it's been. I really wished for Citizens. They'd committed to fight more. They'd walk into a fight with a clear plan. They both played really well, on both sides. But Citizens just, the DPS sniper set of Citizens just annihilated them. What a strong game.
And what a play of the game too. You saw the triple Dragon Strike coming in, and that was pretty much it for that push, as we saw just about any other push on around that corner that Citizens was giving. So a 3-1 victory for the team from Z9. And I believe that's going to end our broadcast here. We thank you guys for watching, unless we have anything else, Scott.
No, that's it from us. Thanks for staying with us, and we shall see you around later. I'm Godaka, and with me was Clutchkey, and we hope you enjoyed this broadcast by the Overwatch Champions community.
And we'll see you guys later.